Hello everybody, the Quiet Atheist here, coming at you with another interesting video today. Now, before I get started with what I do want to share with you guys in this video, I want to let you all know that this is basically going to be my coming out story revisited. A couple of individuals have expressed interest in regards to why I do what I do, and I appreciate that, I really do. So, in all actuality, what I am going to do here and now is repost my coming out story in a new video, basically. Now, keep in mind, guys, this is when I barely started, so naturally, this video is literally going to be shit. Because I'm still trying to learn to talk in front of a camera, if you will, and, there's a lot of things that I do need to work on. But I think I've gotten better. But anyways, guys, I hope that you enjoy my story. This is basically going to be for new people that have come to my channel and want to know my background and why I do what I do. So with that said, let's get on to the video and let me know what you guys think in the comment section down below. I would really appreciate that, and enjoy.
By the end of this video, you'll know why fear, childhood indoctrination, intimidation tactics, greed, money, and all these sorts of bad things drive my atheism. You'll learn why. This is going to be my breaking out video. And with that said, let's get started. Hello everyone, Quiet Atheist here, and today's video is going to be my breaking out video. It is going to entail my personal journey from religion to atheism and the kind of impact it has made on me personally. First off, we're going to go back to the year of 1977, when I was born to a Catholic father and a Protestant mother. My parents were very loving parents, and I use them in the past tense because they have both passed on now. However, during my young years, they did the best with what they could have to take care of us. And I am forever grateful for that. During my younger years, my mom would always tell me that God will take care of us. God will do this for us. God will do that for us. And so on and so forth. Now, when I was that young, I had no doubts in my mind at that time. I barely could even comprehend the word doubt. I didn't know what it fully meant, so to speak. I trusted my parents, and I knew that I looked to them for wisdom and the things that they had taught me. Well, I was about 9 years old, when one night I decided to go to church with my uncle and his family. While we went to church that night, I was sitting there with my uncle and his family. We were waiting for the preacher to come out to start his little ordeal that he had. I seen him come out and he started to talk. Then shortly after he started talking about Revelations. And he brought up this scenario that he said was from the Bible. And I remember this like it was yesterday. That's how much of an effect it had on me when I was a kid. Anyway, he starts talking about how in the end times all the governments in the world are going to unite as one. And during this time, Satan is going to be released from his hellish prison to reign over earth for a period of 7 years. And then he's going to claim his throne as the new head of the one world government, with the Pope right by his side. During his reign, he's going to implement a new law, so to speak. How he's going to make everybody bear the mark of the beast to obtain the privileges that we have now, such as buying groceries, putting gas in our cars, so on and so forth. You know, the usual things that we do on a day-to-day basis here now. If by chance any of us refuse to do that, we'll be subjected to trial, where if found guilty, we'll be sentenced to death by beheading. Now keep in mind, I was just 9 to 10 years old when I heard this. That night when I walked out of that church, I was scared out of my fucking mind. I didn't know what to think. You know, I didn't want my head cut off. I didn't want bad things to happen to my family or anybody else for that matter. And that stuck with me for a very, very long time. After that, I started to grow up, and I started thinking to myself, well, I don't want to do bad things, you know. I want to be on God's side. I want to do this, I want to do that. I want to make the world a better place the best that I can. Basically, my whole life I was walking on eggshells, so to speak. But as I was growing up, I started to participate in more church programs. I started to try to do the best that I could. I would pray all the time. I wouldn't get an answer, but I would still pray all the time, you know. And then after a while, I thought to myself, well, maybe I ain't praying hard enough. Maybe I ain't doing things good enough. I started beating myself up a little bit about the whole situation. So I kept trying harder and harder and harder. As I got older, there's this one fundraiser I think that we did in a grocery store parking lot. And it depicted the whole crucifixion of Jesus and whatnot, you know. And we had everything going on in the parking lot where cars would be driving by the grocery store, and there'd be religious people out by the street shouting and this and that, you know. At that moment, I felt a little ashamed of myself. I didn't know what to do. But like I said, I was ashamed. So naturally, I hid in the back. I didn't want to be seen by anybody passing by, because I felt ashamed, I felt embarrassed, you know. But I did not know what any of this meant, you know. During the course of my life, I continued to feel this way, you know, but I didn't know what it meant. I was still young, ignorant, didn't know a whole lot. But I continued to do the things I did simply because I wanted to please a God, so to speak. And like I said, I continued to pray, continued this, continued that, and I still wouldn't get a reaction. I still wouldn't get anything out of the whole ordeal. I started to become a little frustrated. You know, I don't know what it was. Whether it be my days in school, or interaction with fellow students, or interaction with enemies even, or with my parents or siblings, just, everyday occurrences, things would go bad and I'd try and pray and whatnot and still wouldn't get an answer, But yet I still continued to believe at that point in time. I struggled a lot, but I still continued to believe. I didn't come across atheism for a long time. I was a theist for 33 years. But in my younger years, like I said, I was shielded pretty well from anything resembling a rational thought. And I did not even know what atheism meant. I didn't even know the word existed. I just kept doing my thing, and just kept moving forward. Well, a while back, during MySpace's prime, I came across my first atheist. And we trade dialogue back and forth, and we just kept talking and so on and so forth. I remember me and my wife used to study his writings, his blog posts and whatnot, and we used to sit there and it used to make us think a lot, But one of the things that bothered me the most, and I discussed it in the last video I had made, is that for some reason I was so quick to defend God when someone would trash him, I remember the guy saying something about, how he didn't understand why it was in God's plan for 9/11 to happen. And like I said in the last video, this most disgusting question I have ever asked somebody was, what price would you pay to get your point across? That was something that made me think. That was something that made me feel very terrible inside. Because I was, at that time, willing to say these horrible things to people and able to justify them with a bogus belief. It was that disturbing. I felt terrible that I would sit there and judge somebody the way I did. But I kept moving forward. And at this time, the fear was still in the back of my head of what I was told back when I was 10 years old. So I kept trying to do good. I kept trying to do this, and do that, like I said before. And one day, I was on my Facebook and YouTube, and I met a couple of people that were interesting, And I started watching their videos on YouTube, and I started, reading things on Facebook and whatnot. And it took a while, but I went to atheism. Because now that I think about it, at that point in time, when I turned to atheism, I felt that it was the right thing to do. Why? Because I suddenly valued humanity. I realized that I didn't have to live for a reward. I realized that I can help people and try to better society to the best of my ability and I did not need a fictitious character to do so. My life had improved a lot, and for the past 2 years I have been an atheist, and my wife is still a Catholic, and sometimes we get into matches about it, but she's understanding about my position. You know, the only ones that I never told were my parents, and it's been a wonderful experience for me, so to speak. You know, I really enjoy everything that I watch and see, and I have all these wonderful people that I have met online who are fellow atheists. They give me the feeling, you know, that I can have someone to talk to at any time I need to, if I'm feeling alone, because after all I do live in the Bible Belt, and sometimes it can get rough out here, you know, because if some of these people out here found out I was an atheist, they'd probably throw Molotov cocktails through my windows and shit, you know. And I don't need that, you know. I got 2 kids, and I got my wife, you know, and stuff like that, you know. And plus, I have a government job, and you know, in many ways, I'm forced to keep it under wraps, if you will. And I hate that. I really do. And that's the rough part I have. But like I said, you know, now that I'm an atheist, I have learned to love people. I care about the truth. I want to know about the truth. I want to learn from it, gain experience from it. And all these people that I watch on YouTube, and just people that I hear about or read about in general, they are very uplifting. They have done so many things in their life, and I want to do that too, because it's the right thing to do. I want to sit there and share my story with others in hopes that other people can come to a logical conclusion like I did. I enjoy life, like I said. Humanity is so precious to me. We only have one life. And that's just the way that I see it, you know. And we, as humanity, have the right to know the truth. Not some byproduct of a human imagination that isn't going to get anybody anywhere. It's just going to lead people down the false path without any truth or meaning at the other end. I hope you guys like this video. I really enjoyed making it. Like I said, please excuse the long video. I wanted to share my story with everybody, and hopefully, like I said, you guys like it. And for the ones that haven't already, please rate, comment, and subscribe. I really enjoy that. Thank you. And I really enjoy talking to you guys, because, you know, it makes me feel good that I have people to talk to, share my feelings with. I want you guys to get to know me, you know. and the camera don't talk back, of course. You know, you guys see what I talk about, and you guys offer your input, and that's what I like, because there's people out there that will listen to me and my story, and I'm grateful for that. I'm grateful for all the people that have subscribed to me. I'm extremely grateful for the time you guys spend watching my videos. I'm not the best in the world, you know, I'm not the most intelligent type in the world, but I do speak truthfully and the best that I can. And that's the way I think it should happen. The truth is the best way to go. This way I wanted to let you guys know everything about me. I don't want to hide anything from anybody. You guys are awesome. And like I said, thank you for watching the video. And for those who haven't already, please rate, comment, and subscribe. And you all have a good night. We'll talk to you later, and the Quiet Atheist is out. P.S. I know I wanted to make the video a certain way, but I didn't have the ability to do so. So I hope you guys enjoyed this video, like I said. Later on I will be getting better video equipment so I can make better content, for you guys. I have already picked out a good video editing software, so that's in the making as we speak. Again, thank you guys, and have a good night.